Vlogmas Day 8. What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel today. I am really excited about the video that I have for you guys today because this video was requested in the comment section of one of my previous videos. Joshua Cassidy, and if you've never heard of him, you should go subscribe to his channel. His channel is going to be linked below. And he said, and I want to know about the chicken guts. So Josh, you asked for it. Today I'm going to do a draw my life when I dropped out of college, worked at a Tyson chicken plant, and then went to Bible school. Today's episode is going to get personal and it's going to get gross. So to start off, I was going to a community college called Southeast Arkansas Community College, otherwise known as SEARC. At the time, I was a proud shark. Our mascot was a shark, so we were the SEARC Sharks. So at that time, I was working at my church as a youth ministry intern part-time. I knew I wanted to do something with ministry, but I didn't really know what to do. And while I was going to community college, it was great. I don't want to rip on community college. If you're going to community college, stay in school. Don't be like me. Don't drop out. But I'm just here to tell you my story. I went to community college for 2 semesters, and then over the summer, my youth pastor, Pastor Ken Noble, told me that I should try CFNI. So I Googled it, I looked at all their stuff, and I was dead set on going to CFNI after I finished community college. I signed up for community college that next fall, and I was going to class, and I remember hating every single moment. I did not want to be learning about chemistry. I did not want to be learning about ethics, any of the stuff I was learning about. I just really hated it. And it came around Thanksgiving time and I had enough of community college. I was going to youth group. It felt like every time I had to write a paper, I had to write a sermon and preach to our youth kids. I would always pick to write my sermons or do one-on-one discipleship instead of doing schoolwork because I just didn't want to do it at all. That winter rolled around and honestly, I was just done at that point. I honestly kind of started falling behind, just one assignment after another, and I was just done. So fast forward all the way on the other side of Christmas. My parents walk in my room one day and they were asking me, hey Philip, what are your next classes gonna be this next semester? And that's kind of when I tell them, I'm not going back to SEARC next semester. I'm going to get a job and save up and go to CFNI. And I can't tell you the look on my parents' face. My mom was so mad. She was like, I'll believe it when I see it. Honestly, she was worried that I was just gonna drop out and not do anything. She was just stressing about that. But my dad's like super chill. So I dropped out. For a few months, I worked at like this coffee house making like little wraps. I like cut my finger and it bled really bad one time, but I just put another glove on. The kitchen life was not set out for me. But after I worked there for a little bit, I was still putting out applications at a better paying job. I got hired at a Tyson food plant in Pine Bluff, but I got hired on the night shift. So I would go into work at 11 p.m. and I would leave at 7 a.m. and it sucked, guys. It was so bad. I had to dress from head to toe in a yellow rubber suit with big rubber boots on, a hard hat, goggles, the whole thing. I think I have a picture from my Instagram. But we had to dress in that every single night to make sure none of the toxic chemicals got on us. We dressed up in our gear, had a little meeting, and went to the floor. As soon as you walked through the floor, there was like these like car wash little doors that you had to like walk through. I will never forget that smell. It was like a mix of like raw chicken vinegar and acid. There's like chicken fat grease on like everything. It was like actually really gross. Let me tell you about the kinds of cleaning that we had to do. And my list of to-dos every night looked the same. It was rinse, spray with chemicals, scrub, rinse, and then inspection. That sounds like an easy 4 steps, but you had to do all those steps on all of these different machines. It was like an assembly line of chickens going in one machine to get this piece of gut pulled out of it, and then it would go to the next machine. So there I am in my yellow jumpsuit with a water hose in my hand, spraying everything down, and then I take a green pad with a sponge and I had to like scrub all this metal, all this chicken grease is coming off of it. I started that job in February of 2015, and I worked that job for 6 months until August. And to get personal, not only was that job really hard in that season, but that entire season of my life was actually pretty hard. Not only was it a hard time in my life for work, but it was actually a hard time emotionally. Back in that time, I was just coming off a really bad breakup, so that was kind of hard. I had liked this girl, but her parents wouldn't let us even talk. She was white and I was brown, so that was another one of those times. So yeah, I was sleeping during the day, working at my church during the evenings, and then working at my other job at night. And I was just working so much. It was really hard on my body, on my mind, on my emotions. It was a really hard season. But the good thing about hard seasons is that they don't last forever. Because, I'm telling you guys, the day I walked out of that Tyson food plant on my last day, oh my gosh, it felt so good. One of the best feelings in my life was looking down that long walkway and knowing that I never had to walk back in that Tyson food plant again. Knowing that I went through the hard season, I didn't quit, I didn't stop, I just kept working, I kept going, and I got there. And the cool thing about it is I saved up the exact amount of money that I needed for 1 full semester of CF&I. It was hard leaving my church, it was hard leaving my friends, but it felt so good to know that I worked hard enough, saved up enough money, and did everything I had to do to get to Christ for the Nations. So that's that. The story of a college dropout who cleaned up chicken guts and made it to Bible school.
I hope you all liked the video. Let me know if you want to see more of this kind of thing. This has been Philip, a man of the people, and I'm out of here. Peace.